Greetings and welcome back to BTY. My name is Michael, and as always, I'm joined by my good friend Daniel,
the live.
who is visiting me here in the Western Cape. So good to have you down here, man. But we are on a little walk. We've just been taking a break from work and decided to come out for a walk, get some exercise, and we thought let's form some content while we're doing so. So we wanted to drop a few life lessons, a few gems that we've picked up over the years, Dan. And although we are only young men, I think life's taught us some interesting lessons, brother. What can you start us off with?
So the first lesson is be open to self-education, learn as much as possible. And the best way to do this is through reading. You don't have to read hundreds of books per year, even if you just do 10 pages a day or you do 3 or 4 books a year, that is still something. So try and consume as much of that content as possible, because that's where you'll learn a lot. Let's go, Mikey.
Keeping on that quick fire method there. For myself, I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned is just to ask questions. You're going to come across very interesting people in your life as you get older, and you can actually learn something from almost everyone that you bump into. People are about the most interesting creatures that you could find on this planet. So asking questions is going to get you far. And also, sometimes you might think, oh, it's not worth asking this question because they won't give it to me, or they won't be interested in hearing my story or telling me information. But actually, just asking the question opens the door. And as it says in the Bible, if you knock, the door will be opened. If you seek, you shall find. So that's my piece of advice there.
Yeah, and just to add on to that is make sure that you conversate with guys that are older than you, or just people in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be males. And ask them as much as you can, because that's where you'll learn questions. So don't just associate yourself with peers that's on your age and on your level all the time. Try and conversate and get into conversations and rooms with people that are a bit older than you, so that you can draw from their experience and use it in your own life.
Exactly that, man. And keeping it on the psychological realm, bro, I think an important one for myself over the last few years has just to always remain positive. And I know that sounds like corny life advice, it can be a bit, but I think honestly life can become hell at certain points, and I think that hell only manifests in your life, or really difficult times, I guess is a better way of saying it, when you let yourself spiral in negativity, man. Sometimes you just let yourself dwell on these negative thoughts, but if you kind of force yourself to stay positive and neglect negative thoughts and negative thinking, and rather focus on the positive things, that's just going to prevent you from getting into those really tough situations and really negative spirals in life. And it's just going to stop you from getting into those holes and allow you to actually start climbing the mountains and the hills in life instead.
And also, just to stay on this topic, I would say that we have to practice patience. A lot of the times we will think that we are at a certain position, or we want to be at a certain position at a certain age or certain point in life, but you need to remember that life isn't a straight path. You're going to have twists and turns, and you have to always try and remain patient. That's not very easy. I have a challenge with staying patient and giving myself grace. I always think that maybe if I just did something a bit different or better, I'd have been at a better position than I am now. But it's about staying patient, and on top of that, being grateful for where you are, because you are now in a place where your younger self would have wanted to be 5 years ago. So
good, man. Try
and remain patient and practice gratitude for what you've already achieved and up to where you've already come.
So good, man. I think another interesting thing to remember, especially as you're navigating your young life, is to surround yourself with people as much as you can. I find that my best memories in the last few years, the most important life lessons I've learned, have been when I've purposefully surrounded myself with people, obviously my friends, my family. So what I'd say is, just really avoid isolating yourself. You are going to learn nothing if you're just sitting in a room by yourself, and you're not going to live a fulfilling and enjoy your life, because people are really what makes it worthwhile, man. So yeah, don't push people away. Obviously, you want to keep the right people in your life. You might need to cut out a few people. Obviously, that's always the case. But yeah, don't isolate yourself. Get your circle to a healthy size and keep those people close and spend time with them. Reach out. Be the kind of person that reaches out first, and you'll just lead a more fulfilling and purpose-led life.
No, so true. And these are things that we don't always think about as much in our daily lives, but as the years go by and when we reflect and we try and look at what we've done before, we see and we can draw from these experiences. So
Exactly.
you can learn a lot from your life as well, just by looking back and reflecting. Another thing that's also really important is to make sure that you try different things. Like Mike and I started this YouTube channel three years back, and we are going strong. We just decided to do something different, something that would be out of the norm for a lot of people, but yet this is something that has kept our friendship alive as well a lot of the times, and it's also helped us progress in life and keep us accountable to a certain extent. So try different things and don't be scared of what the people are going to say.
So good, man. Yeah, I think that's been exactly what you said, bro. Like, there's a million things that one could choose to focus on over a period of time in your life, but these are just lessons that have stood us through for the last few years and things that we've noticed that work time and time again, as opposed to just once off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope it's been an interesting little talk from us, but yeah, it's good to be making content in person together. Obviously, it's always tough for us trying to do the online course, but yeah, we are trying to keep this channel going, like you say, man. It's been such a cool journey so far.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more that we can achieve and that we do plan to achieve with this channel.
There's a lot to come, and remember to stay healthy, exercise, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit.
Get some fresh air, feel the birds chirping.
Yeah, so make sure to subscribe and follow us for more positive, uplifting content. So that's it from us here at BDY.
Upstairs.